The air is thick when the street lights hum. Two worn-out souls where the night begun. We found a bench just past the diner. Coffee's cold, but the talk's much finer. Your hands held tight the way they used to be. But silence grew like waves across the sea. I caught your glance, but you looked away, like neither of us knew what to say. Midnight at the crossroads, where love meets the pain. We stayed in the moment, knowing it might break us again. No promises whispered, no pretending to heal. Just two hearts guessing what's real. Your jacket smelled like rain and tobacco. We trace old memories down to the last shadow. Laugh lines fading beneath tired eyes, trying to hold on before the ties unwind. Words hang heavy in the humid air. We're caught in a story with no repair. Midnight at the crossroads, where love meets the pain. We stayed in the moment, knowing it might break us again. No promises whispered, no pretending to heal. Just two hearts guessing what's real. Maybe tomorrow we'll find our way, but for now let the silence say we're holding on though it hurts. In the quiet, our truth asserts. Midnight at the crossroads, where love meets the pain. We stayed in the moment, knowing it might break us again. No promises whispered, no pretending to heal. Just two hearts guessing what's real. The night's not kind, but it's ours to keep. Midnight at the crossroads, where we chose to leave. The rain beats slow on the tin roof tonight. Old photographs spread in the candlelight. We built our dreams on a porch, swinging promises. Small town streets, coffee cups, and summer fizz. But nothing stays the way we painted in our minds. Hands held tight, slip through the cracks of time. I trace the lines of your worn-out favorite chair, still smelling like the days we thought we had forever there. Picking up pieces of our yesterday, trying to find the colors that never faded away. but I hear your laugh in crooked frames and songs on the old phonograph. Every corner tells a story we used to know, like the wind through the fields that we let go. I touch the wood where you carved your name last fall, and wonder if you feel the same when you recall picking up pieces of our yesterday, trying to find the colors that never faded away. Memories tangle like ivy over broken gates, holding on to what's left before it slips away. We're walking through the ashes of Friday night fights, with a hope that sparks back someday, somewhere in the light. Not ready to say goodbye, not ready to forget, just learning to live with the love and the regret. Picking up pieces of our yesterday, trying to find the colors that never faded away. Memories tangle like ivy over broken gates, holding on to what's left before it slips away. So I'll hold these fragments close until they find their place in the story of us, in the quiet of this space. The night is falling quiet, the town has gone to sleep, but in my mind the paths unwind where memories run deep. Spent the day down on Main Street, watching faces pass me by. Every corner, every turn a story, no need to ask why. The diner still lights up the block where we used to meet, and all these streets just pull me back where our hearts would be. I follow signs that lead me home, the quiet dark, love stands devout. From dusty highways to the town's old creek, no matter where I wander, it's your soul I meet. When the world goes still beneath the stars, I find my way to where you are. Walking down these cracked sidewalks, memories in every crack, underneath the flickering streetlights where we almost lost track. Broken windows telling secrets, graffiti telling tales of dreams that slip through fingers like ships without sails. Called home, concrete giants all around us, but inside we felt alone. Empty storefronts like empty hearts, boarded up tight, fighting the silence, aching for a spark in the night. But maybe it's in these ruins where the truth's easier to find. Pieces scattered on the pavement, like the thoughts inside my mind. Streetlights on broken roads, guiding us through the cold. We almost turned away, but something pulled us close. In the cracks and in the dust, a stubborn kind of hope, where we almost gave up, Midnight kitchen light flickers, coffee's gone cold in the cup, bills spread across the table. We laugh but we're both fed up. Empty wallet stories, but stacks of memories instead. Old bruises on the front porch from days we barely said. How we fell through the cracks of promises we'd made. Still we pull the pieces even when the colors fade. Nobody said it was easy, no fairy tales in our hands, just two worn out souls learning how to stand. We broke but we stayed, like warm boots on gravel roads, still finding our pace in the cracks and the steady lows. No gold in the pocket, but riches in what we gave. We're learning how to stay, not just how to be brave. Patchwork on the jeans and the stories behind each stain. Your laughter cracks the silence like sunlight after the rain. We don't have forever, but we're here in this frame, tied not by promise, but by the choice to remain. No scripts or rehearsals for the parts that we play, just two hearts figuring out how to stay. We broke but we stayed, like worn boots on gravel roads, still finding our pace in the cracks and the steady loads. No gold in the pocket, but riches in what we gave. We're learning how to stay, not just how to be brave. Maybe someday the roads will smooth, the fights will cease, but until then we hold on tight to what our hands can keep. Sometimes love's not perfect, but it's honest and it's ours. Learning to stand in the wreckage and find the stars. We broke but we stayed, like worn boots on gravel roads, still finding our pace in the cracks and the steady loads. No gold in the pocket, but riches in what we gave. We're learning how to stay, not just how to be brave. Late night kitchen light flickers, and somehow that's enough. We're broken but together, learning the art of tough. Sitting on the porch swing, hands wrapped around a coffee cup. Morning light breaks soft and slow, but the world's still feeling stuck. We met where the river bends, summer heat and fireflies. Your smile lit up that old barn under those big Oklahoma skies. Days we chased down young dreams, barefoot runs and late night laughs. I swear those little moments felt like they might just last. But seasons change and so did we, past a twist and turn. Still I'm holding on to hope from the lessons that I learned. If you still believe, I'll meet you where the good times live, where the hearts don't break and the hands still reach to give. We can build from these old roads, every promise that we made. dusty field where we carved our names in bark. Stars above like scattered dreams, lighting up the night so dark. You said love was a wild ride, unpredictable and free. Still I find you in the breeze, like a song that won't leave me be. Times might test and hearts might break, but some things never die. The spark we kept against the odds, under this restless sky. If you still believe, I'll meet you where the good times live, where the hearts don't break and the hands still reach to give. We can build from these old roads every promise that we made. If you still believe in forever, then the past won't fade. Let's take that leap where memories turn to gold. Rewrite the story with hands to hold. No need for perfect, just honest and true. Every step to forever I'll take with you. If you still believe, I'll meet you where the good times live, where the hearts don't break and the hands still reach to give. We can build from these old roads every promise that we made. If you still believe in forever, then the past won't fade. Holding on to someday where love still finds a way. If you still believe, I'm here someplace, waiting for that day. Slow wind shift the maple leaves across the fading field, beneath the old red barn where time refused to yield. A rusted swing still sways where young laughter once lit, and here I stand steadfast in the turning. Like old postcards in a worn suitcase, left the porch light burning for a familiar face. Seasons change their colors, but this heart wouldn't quit, holding tight to moments that the years wouldn't split. The road was rough, the nights grew long, but we kept humming that same song. No matter how the world rearranged, our fire stayed bright when everything changed. When the pages turn and the story bends, when the sky falls hard but the spirit mends, we're standing here where the wild winds hit, unbroken beats when hearts don't quit. I still see your smile in the morning light, Dishwater cold and your old truck supplied. Though the roads diverge, the memories knit like the warm blue jeans that fit just right bit by bit. The storms may come, the bridges burn, still there's a lesson every turn. Though the frame may shift, the foundation's grit. We're weathered souls, our hearts don't. When the pages turn and the story bends, when the sky falls hard but the spirit mends, we're standing here where the wild winds hit, unbroken beats when hearts don't quit. But here we are, still hand in hand. No matter how the seasons split, we keep the flame alive. Hearts don't quit. So when the world goes spinning fast, remember love is made to last. Through every change, every hit, we hold on strong. When hearts don't quit. I saw your truck down on Miller's Road. Dust kicked up like the stories you told. Windows cracked, summer heat thick. That faded blue was my only pick. We carved the names in the worn out barn door. Laughed till the stars could shine no more. But seasons change and with them came the cold. Words unspoken started to fold. Between the hellos and the goodbyes, we lost the maps to each other's eyes. Caught in a tug of what used to be, searching for what we couldn't see. Tangled in our time, holding on to us. Fading photographs and worn out trust. Not quite goodbye, not forever's call. Just two hearts trying not to fall. Remember that summer down by the creek, your hand in mine, the future we'd speak. Now conversations are short and tight, chasing daylight, an endless night, hanging on to the moments we own. Pieces shattered but not alone. Between silence and all we miss, a quiet battle called almost bliss. Tangled in our time, holding on to us. Fading photographs and worn out trust. Not quite goodbye, not forever's call. Just two hearts trying not to Maybe someday we'll find the truth in dusty roads or a worn-out booth. Till then, I'll keep this memory alive of holding on when love survived. Tangled in our time, holding on to us. Fading far Cracked pavement under worn out boots. Morning light cuts through a broken roof. Faded photos on the dashboard lean, telling stories of what could have been. We drove through nights of untold fights, promises lost in the road's twisting bites. Dust on the dashboard, coffee cold. The hands that used to hold, now searching for hope. But from the cracks a spark begins. Not perfect, but where everything fits in. Takes some time to find this song, built on pieces where we belong. Scattered pieces, steady ground. In broken roads our home is found. We're weathered maps with tales to tell. In the cracks we learn to dwell. Broken promises, worn out days, built the frame of our own way. This is the place, this is the song, where the scattered pieces belong. Rusty chains and a crooked fence, stories lying in the broken sense. As I search for something true, found it in me and I found it in you. Not every dream's a silver light. Some are stars in a long, long night. Taking time to mend what's wrong. Made of fragments, made us strong. Scattered pieces, steady ground. In broken roads our home is found. We're weathered maps with tales to tell. In the cracks we learn to dwell. Broken promises, worn out days, built the frame of our own way. This is the place, this is the song, where the scattered pieces belong. Life don't hand you perfect plans, just calloused heart and steady hands. From broken boards and faded paint, we craft a love that never breaks. Scattered pieces, steady ground. In broken roads our home is found. We're weathered maps with tales to tell. In the cracks we learn to dwell. Broken promises, worn out days, built the frame of our own way. This is the place, this is the song, where the scattered pieces belong. Cracked pavement under worn out boots. We found a place built on truth. The old house stands with pain, peeling slow. Bills on the table in a scattered row. Coffee's on the burner, but we're not awake. Two worn out souls with so much at stake. Mama left her flowers on the windowsill, and Daddy's got hands that no longer thrill. Empty pockets but a heart that stays in the quiet room where the radio plays. We don't speak loud, no need to shout. The silence tells what words left out. Holding on though the road got mean, finding peace in the spaces unseen. We broke, but we stayed where the light slips through cracks, counting every scar that the hard times left behind. No riches, no gold, just the stories we made. Still holding on, still here in the stillness we stayed. Rust on the truck and holes in the floor, laugh lines telling tales of the days before. Simple dinners on a worn out plate, a love held tight in the hands of fate. No grand promises or sparkling nights, just the quiet strength of our fading lights. In every fall we find a way to keep the dawn from fading away. We broke, but we stayed where the light slips through cracks, counting every scar that the hard times left behind. No riches, no gold, just the stories we made. Still holding on, still here in the stillness we stay. Sometimes roads bend and rivers run dry, but roots grow deep where our hearts lie. A broken song, yet a melody played. In the quiet corners, love never fades. We broke, but we stayed where the light slips through cracks, counting every scar that the hard times left behind. No riches, no gold, just the stories we made. Still holding on, still here in the stillness we stay. The old house breathes with a brand new day, and we're still here in our own quiet way. There's a quiet in the kitchen where laughter used to live. Coffee cups still sitting, morning light won't forgive. We took what we could carry from the wreckage and the rain. Photographs in dusty frames, smiles tangled up in pain. Your old blue jacket hangs where you left it last night. I trace the worn out cuffs and try to hold on tight. All the words we never said are still ringing in my head like distant trains rolling on tracks nights, where did those moments go? I keep replaying every step through fields we used to know. The fires burn down to embers, but the ashes still remain. I'm gathering what's left of love, like it's falling like the rain. Words caught like autumn leaves, falling slow out of reach. In the silence, there's a lesson only time can teach. But what we saved is fragile, like glass beneath our hands. Broken pieces of a story only we could understand. We're walking past the ruins, trying not to look behind, searching for the pieces of us left behind. It's not about the perfect tale or all the dreams we lost. It's finding grace in the cracks, no matter what it costs. Though the road is worn and weary, and our footprints start to fade, I hold tight to what remains, the love that didn't break. What we saved is fragile, like glass beneath our hands. Broken pieces of a story only we could understand. We're walking past the ruins, trying not to look behind, searching for the pieces of us left behind. In quiet rooms and empty halls, your memory still shines. I'm holding on to all the pieces of us left behind. Quiet streets and flickering street lamp signs. No hum of wires, no buzz, just the night. Phones down, eyes up, under dim porch lights. Hearts beating stories no one else can write. On vinyl, a familiar face. Your hand in mine, steady, no need to say. The city's pause brought us back today. Candles soft, but our spirits bright. Silent worlds can scream in quiet light. Underneath the moon, no need for more. In the dark we found what we were looking for. We survived the silence when the lights went out. Found stories in the shadows, without a doubt. No screams, no noise, just hearts that shout. In the dark we stand strong, unbound. Crackling fire in the old tin stove, laughing about old times that no one wrote. Your eyes caught mine under faded glow, silent but loud, the kind kind of peace we know. Every moment stretched, every breath was clear. In the quiet, your voice was all I'd hear. Lost in time, no rush to the dawn. In the dark, every fear was gone. We survived the silence when the lights went out. Found stories in the shadows, without a doubt. No screens, no noise, just hearts that shout. In the dark, we stand strong, no power running, but we found our spark. Like stars aligned to light up the dark. Through the hush of night, your warmth like fire, combining hope and simple desire. We survived the silence when the lights went out. Found stories in the shadows, without a doubt. No screens, no noise, just hearts that shout. In the dark, we stand strong, unbound, flickering flames and quiet skies. We found our light through your steady eyes. In the dark, in the still, in the no sound space, we survived, we thrived, found our place. In this small town where the river bends, we found a love that never ends. Through dusty roads and morning light, we hold on fierce through every fight. You wore your boots down to the sole, chasing dreams and sharing goals. I laughed at how you take your time, but patience drew our hearts in line. Storms rolled in, but we stood tall. Hand in hand, we faced it all. No matter how the winds may blow, we learned to let our love grow. This is how we love, no matter what. Through every trial, we never shut. From sunlit days to rainy nights, we hold on tight and fight the fights. No promises we can't keep. Through rain and fire, wide and deep. This is how we love, no matter what. Even when the world turns cold, your hands the warmest I can hold. We build our home with honest hands, on shifting seas and moving lands. Every scar and every bruise, a tale of love we could not lose. Through cracked roads and winding miles, our laughter always leads to smiles. This is how we love, no matter what. Through every trial, we never shut. From sunlit days to rainy nights, we hold on tight and fight the fights. No promises we can't keep. The rain and fire. it's tough, but we've got something real, and that's enough. Through highs and lows, we're side by side in this wild ride. You're my guide. This is how we love, no matter what. Through every trial we never should. From sunlit days to rainy nights, we hold on tight and fight the fights. No promises we can't keep. Through rain and fire, wide and deep, this is how we love, no matter what. So here we stand under open skies, our love as strong as morning rise. No matter what, come what may, this is how we love every day. The empty road, the fading light, two hearts worn thin from all the fights. We caught a glimpse of giving in, but this battle, it ain't the end. Saturday nights, cold coffee cups, words spilled out, we nearly gave up. Your eyes told stories I tried to read. In that silence, pain took the lead. But some part of us held tight, hanging on through every fight. A fragile thread that wouldn't break, a chance we still could take. We stood on the edge, hearts nearly torn. Through all the cracks, the love was worn. Broken promises and bruised pride, still found a way to stay inside. When the hurt was loud and gave no rest, we chose to fight instead of the test. At the crossroads where we could have quit, we held on tight, didn't split. Late night talks by the fire's glow, shadows dance but we refuse to go. Footsteps heavy, the road so tough, but giving up just wasn't enough. Holding on with shaky hands, trying to understand that love's not always clear and kind. Sometimes you need to rewind. We stood on the edge, hearts nearly torn. Through all the cracks, the love was worn. Broken promises and bruised pride, still found a way to stay inside. When the hurt was loud and gave no rest, we chose to fight instead of the test. At the crossroads where we could have quit, we held on tight, didn't split. Nearly torn. Through all the cracks, the love was worn. Broken promises and bruised pride, still found a way to stay inside. When the hurt was loud and gave no rest, we chose to fight instead of the test. At the crossroads where we could have quit, we held on tight, didn't split. just ready to mend. The morning breaks where we once stood firm. Broken promises sift like dust in the fern. The roads we carve with hands in pain, calling us back to try again. Remember that night by the river bend, eyes locked tight, swore we'd mend. Every crack in every line built this love we said would shine. But storms rolled in, tore through the veil. Our battles left the strongest pale. Still beneath the worn out stars, hope fires up behind these scars. Fighting for us again, where the rivers run deep, roots wrapped tight beneath our feet, holding every broken piece in the light of brand new dawn. We're standing ground, hearts aligned, fighting for us again. Words sharp as wind is chill, but hands found warm against the still. The quiet moments in between our silent vows, what they mean. Took down walls we built so high, face to face, no room for lies. In the wreckage there's a place where forgiveness fills the space. If falling's part of how we grow, then I'll fall and rise with you. No giving up, no turning loose. This fight is ours to choose. Fighting for us again, where the rivers run deep, roots wrapped tight beneath our feet, holding every broken piece in the light of brand new dawn. We're standing around, hearts aligned, fighting for us again. When the nights feel colder and the road seems long, I'll be the shoulder where your heart belongs. Fighting for us again, where the rivers run deep, roots wrapped tight beneath our feet, holding every broken piece in the light of brand new dawn. We're standing around, hearts aligned, fighting for us again. Standing ground with hearts aligned, fighting for us one more time. Underneath the porch light's steady glow, I pull the letters from the drawer below. Each page tells a story, the faded lines in ink. the nights we laughed and the times we think. I hear your voice in the old pine trees, your smile like a breeze that still teases me. Remember that summer, staining our hands with wine. We dreamed of forever, thought we had time. But seasons change in ways we couldn't see. Time kept turning, pulled you away from me. Your name's written in every song I play, in every line that I find my way. But the melody's missing the part where you stay, just pages of our yesterday. Porch swings empty, the dog's grown old, photo frames dusty, stories untold. I trace your fingerprints on the window pane, trying to hold on to the last drops of rain. I'm chasing memories like fireflies at night, but they flicker out before morning's light. Your name's written in every song I play, in every line that I find my way. But the melody's missing the part where you stay, just pages of our yesterday. Maybe someday the wind will change direction and bring you back in a sweet reflection. Till then, I keep playing our old refrain, a silent prayer wrapped in the rain. Your name's written in every song I play, in every line that I find my way. But the melody's missing the part where you stay, just pages of our yesterday. Pages turn, but the story stays. Your name lives on through my songs always. Flickering flames under skies so cold, memories burn bright like tales once told. We stood close by that old campfire's light, hands worn rough from hard days and long nights. Words we said, they carried on the breeze, promises burned deep into the trees. But the cold turns gray where the heat once grew, and time slips silent while I think of you. Through the fire, through the pain and rain, ashes tell our story, love and strain. Where the smoke that rises, fading slow, traces of a fire we'll always know. like sparks in the night, bright as the stars, sharp as the bite. But fire's while it burns and then it dies, leaving ashes, dust beneath open skies. Now the embers cool with each passing day, memories flicker then drift away. Through the fire, through the pain and rain, ashes tell our story, love and strain. Where the smoke that rises, fading slow, traces of a fire we'll always know. If I could hold just one spark again, I'd find the warmth in the coldest wind. But ashes fall where the flames once soared, leaving silence where we roared. Through the fire, through the pain and rain, ashes tell our story, love and strain. Where the smoke that rises, fading slow, traces of a fire we'll always know. Flickering flames under sky so cold, ashes tell the tale of love we hold. The porch lights on, flickering slow. Old boots tap out a familiar show. The night's held tight, the world stands still, but in this silence, I feel you still. Remember that old gravel road, headlights chasing dark. We drove through rain that stung like cold, but we held on like sparks. Your hand in mine, a stubborn fight, a promise we wouldn't drop, even when words got tired and the storm refused to stop. Maybe time tries to pull us apart, but something roots us deep in the heart. When the world says let go and the days get rough, we're the kind of strong that can't be snuffed, holding tight through the bends and the dust. We're still here in the quiet, still holding on to us. Late night talk spun from dreams and fears, laughter that breaks the thickest tears. Coffee cups with chipped rims worn, a story written in every thorn. The calendar turns, but here we stay, in the corners of life where love finds a way. Through the cracks, new light shines in, like the calm in your steady eyes. Here's to the love that's more than just, still here in the quiet, still holding on to us. You held my hand beneath the open sky, past the fields where the wild grass swayed high. Our footsteps slow on that familiar dirt road, where every secret that we kept was told. You said the world was never quite the same since the day we found our own flame. Old memories like photographs in the sun, caught in the light of what we'd become. And even when the night stretched long and cold, your smile was the story I had to hold. Love didn't back up when the storms came through. It stood its ground, stayed close to me and you. Not just a moment, but a steady fire, burning true under worn out jeans and desire. When we chose each other, we chose forever. Through every twist and turn, through every weather. Remember the porch where we swayed and sang songs about hopes and the dreams we'd hang. Not perfect, no, but ours to hold tight, like stars sailing into the deep velvet night. Every stubborn step, every laugh or tear, built the walls to shelter what's dear. Love didn't pack up when the storms came through. It stood its ground, stayed close to me and you. Not just a moment, but a steady fire, burning true under worn out jeans and desire. When we chose each other, we chose forever. Through every twist and turn, through every weather. No easy road, no quick goodbyes, just two hearts learning to synchronize. The kind of love that won't fade or fall, it's ours to keep after all. Love didn't pack up when the storms came through. It stood its ground, stayed close to me and you. Not just a moment, but a steady fire, burning true under worn out jeans and desire. When we chose each other, we chose forever. Through every twist and turn, through every weather. So here's to the days and nights we claim, Forever chosen, never the same. We packed our bags in silence, roads unknown beneath our feet. Lines drawn in shifting sands, promises we couldn't keep. The porch light flickered like a heart that might break. Learning slow, sometimes the hardest parts are how to stay awake. Your coffee tasted bitter, going cold before the dawn. We mapped our futures backward, tracing where it went wrong. Dust on old vinyl, spinning tunes of love and disarray. We were two stubborn souls with no easy guide to stay. I remember nights you'd walk away, not out of hate, just lost on our way. Couldn't find the words that would say how to hold on when hands wanted to stray. We were never easy, learning how to stay like strangers fumbling through the colors of gray. But in every misstep, every fall that day, we found pieces of us trying not to slip away. Windows fall from the storms we never claimed. Rooms filled with silence where our laughter once reigned. Broken clocks couldn't keep time, just like old cliches. We stumbled through the dark, trying to find our way. You turn your back but never walk away. I'd reach for hope in the midst of the fray. Words unspoken but feelings that stay, caught in the space where love sometimes sways. We were never easy, learning how to stay like strangers fumbling through the colors of gray. But in every misstep, every fall that day, we found pieces of us trying not to slip away. Oh, map for the battles, no script for the fights, just two hearts weathering long, restless nights. Maybe not perfect, maybe a little frayed, but in all our trying, we learned the price to stay. We were never easy, learning how to stay like strangers fumbling through the colors of gray. But in every misstep, every fall that day, we found pieces of us trying not to slip away. So here's to the maps that we couldn't read, and the quiet fights that made us believe. Maybe love's just a little delay in learning the slow, hard art of how to stay